It's 2023. Can we stop calling Jordans that we don't like trash? Super Set King, aka Mr. Get Your Tank Top Ready. Come to you find people to talk about shoe news. Let's talk about a lot of stuff I've been seeing over the course of, a lot of years. People been calling shoes trash. Oh, that's trash. Those are non-Jordans. They're trash. Those are Jumpmans. They're trash. I mean, listen, everybody has different opinions when it comes to shoes, but I'm here just to talk to people right now. And I do feel like I'm qualified to be able to talk about this because I do have a lot of shoes that people do want when it comes to Jordans, and I have a lot that people so-called what they call trash. I think we really should stop calling shoes trash in 2023. I use a slogan I used to use when people used to always wear those designer shoes. I always say, it ain't for me. And that's my slogan I'm always going. I've never called somebody shoes trash because, people gonna kind of take that kind of stuff personal. They're gonna be thinking you calling them trash or their opinion is trash. So I always say it ain't for me. That's just my way. And I do feel like I'm qualified to talk about this because there's a lot of shoe history that people don't know when they actually be calling shoes trash. And we're gonna get into it. Back in 1997, I actually bought the first Jumpman Pro. I actually couldn't even find a picture on this. The only way you see the picture I got is from Webcaster's Nightwing on this shoe. I bought this shoe in 97, and I also bought the red and black pair. The shoe was great. I mean, we didn't know the difference. We said, let me get the new J's. The shoe was great. Great leather, it had great cushioning, it was everything you wanted. So when we got introduced to these shoes, it was just a quality shoe. The thing I didn't like is when they brought these shoes back and they're everywhere now, the quality sucks on them. So yeah, I think the quality is trash, but the shoe itself and the design, the shape is nice, and I've always liked that particular type of shoe. But a lot of people now, they put everything in a bag. They say, if it ain't a certain shoe, if it's not a collab shoe, everybody call it trash. But I'm telling you, this was a nice, little more Jordan history. A lot of people probably don't know about. I know a lot of people go to your malls and everywhere you see 6 rings. Everybody, 6 rings, everybody laughs. 6 rings, what are those? They got every colorway. They got like 40 colors, so I get y'all with that. They really wore them out. But I'm gonna tell y'all something that's gonna make you laugh. In 2007, that Bread 6 ring was a very popular shoe. You know why? Because the Bread had retroed in 01. People couldn't get them. The sneaker game is not like it is now. People weren't holding on shoes like that. I still had mine from 01, and people really wore those 6 rings. They were in style in 2007. It was a very sought after shoe. Also during that time, they had another one that wasn't for me. They had those Fusion Jordans. They had those Air Force Ones Jordans. And I hear a lot of people say that they wanted those to come back, but that wasn't necessarily for me. But, it wasn't a shoe I was going to call trash because I know a lot of people really like those shoes. So just food for thought when you start talking about these shoes. Like I saw a guy, I know he was doing a comedy skit. He was talking about giving moms advice on what shoes not to get kids for his Jordans. The man stopped at 17, said don't get anything past 17. Like, have y'all seen Jordan 21s? Like, have you seen like the Jordan 23s? Have you seen the 18s? And that goes to show, a lot of people, they put this reputation out. They got in their mind that, okay, these are bad, and they pass it on. It's not true. These shoes have a lot of history. And I'm gonna show you guys a lot of history with these shoes. This is another Jordan I know you guys would call trash. It's that Westbrook. But when I saw this shoe, I didn't see what everybody else saw. Everybody say, oh, that shoe is trash. It's trash. But when I saw it, it reminded me of a shoe that I still have and that I wanted to get again because I liked the shoe way back in 03. Look familiar? This is a 03 New 2 Jordan. And as you see, that shoe reminded me of this. So I got that shoe. It reminded me of the shoe. I didn't look at it as trash. I looked at it, oh, that's a solid shoe, reminding me of another old shoe. A lot of us really don't know the history of a lot of these shoes. And some people by current standards might call this shoe trash. but it wasn't trash when it came out in '03. A lot of people had this shoe. They had the blue colorway, they had a black colorway. It's a lot of people had these shoes, and we wore them because they wasn't giving us Jordan 2s like that back then. Another trash Jordan to many people. This is the Retro 189. Now, I wasn't a fan of a lot of these Fusion Jordans, but this one, I was a big fan of this. I really like this shoe. You know, it's a mixture of the 1 and the 4. I mean, if a shoe good enough for Michael Jordan to wear, it's definitely good enough for me to wear. And I was also a fan. What really got me wanting this shoe was I spotted the white cement one day. And that white cement was nice. But I was like, yeah, I'll come back and get it. Shoe gone. So, you know, I ended up getting the bread one. But most people consider this shoe to be trash. I really like this shoe. It's so different. It stands out. I've been places people look at my feet like, what are those? Like, what is that? Like, it's a nice shoe. And when I look at shoes, I look at what I like. I'm not necessarily going with the crowd. I do have, you know, some of the desirable shoes that a lot of you have. Of course, you know that. But certain things, I step out the box. When I look at a shoe, I walk in the store and like, you know, I really like that. Definitely, they put some effort in this. Definitely on design. My next shoe that's considered trash to many will be this Jordan 1 Retro 86. Now, Jordan 2s now all of a sudden selling out, they're popular, and it's supposed to be a mixture of a Jordan 2. This shoe actually was also part of a fusion pack with a Jordan 2. This was the Jordan 2 that it was in a fusion pack with. They brought them both out at the same time, as you can clearly see. And, you know, this is considered a trash shoe. Well, both of them were considered trash a couple weeks ago, but this is considered a trash shoe. And I'm just giving examples of shoes that, you know, a lot of people say they're trash, but they have a lot of meaning behind them, you know. And I think a lot of people losing sight of that when they start calling these shoes trash, because they do have a lot of meaning. They mean a lot to other people. And all other side note I want you guys to keep in mind, okay, without keeping you too long, is it's little eyes upon you. I remember when I was in a coach's clinic years ago, they read this poem to us, and it's true. Like, when you guys go out, you call these shoes trash. It's a lot of little kids that look at these videos and they look up to you guys, and a lot of these parents don't know what they're buying. They're getting these kids these shoes, and kids saying, oh, those are trash, or these are trash shoes, these are trash shoes. So very few people have things right now, you know, that they like. I mean, let's be honest. A lot of us, if you look at a lot of people like top 10 lists, a lot of them look the same. You know, a lot of people are just pretty much picking the same thing. You know, be an individual sometimes. See things different. Because I'm telling you now, they got some Jumpmans out, that 2 trade that everybody talk crazy about. I'm going to get that one in that black. I like that shoe. I see that shoe with the sweats. I see that shoe being a shoe that I can throw on. It's a nice looking shoe. It's a nice design shoe. But quit calling shoes trash. You know, we didn't call those designers trash. You know, what we got to do is say it ain't for me. Because at the end of the day, it's not for you. You know, everybody got different opinions when it comes to shoes. It's been that way forever. But always remember over here, we keep the body tight, feet right. Later.